What if I told you that the vegetable scraps you're throwing away right now could become the most powerful liquid fertilizer you've ever used? I'm talking about kitchen waste, carrot peels, lettuce cores, banana peels, transformed into a nutrient-packed liquid that makes plants explode with growth, and it only takes 5 days. Here's what most gardeners don't realize. Those vegetable scraps aren't just waste. They're concentrated packets of nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, and micronutrients that plants desperately need. When you throw them in the trash, you're literally throwing away money. But here's the problem. If you just bury kitchen scraps in your garden, they take weeks to break down, they can attract pests, and they tie up nitrogen in the soil while they decompose. That's why most gardeners avoid using them directly. The solution? Fermented plant juice. It's an ancient Korean natural farming technique that extracts all those nutrients into a liquid form your plants can absorb immediately. Now, before I show you the right way to do this, let me show you the wrong way, because this is where most people mess up. Wrong way number 1, just throwing scraps in water and letting them rot. This creates anaerobic decomposition, which means it stinks, it attracts flies, and it produces compounds that can actually harm your plants. Wrong way number 2, using only one type of scrap. If you ferment just banana peels, you get potassium but miss out on nitrogen. Just lettuce? You get nitrogen but lack other nutrients. The magic happens when you combine different scraps. Wrong way number 3, not understanding the fermentation timeline. If you go too short, you really haven't extracted the nutrients. But if you let it go too long, you've created something that's just way too acidic and concentrated for most plants. The right way? Well, it's a balanced mix of kitchen scraps, the right catalyst, and a controlled 5-day fermentation that creates a living liquid fertilizer packed with beneficial microbes. Here's why this works so incredibly well. When you ferment vegetable scraps with brown sugar or molasses, you're actually feeding beneficial bacteria and yeasts. These microorganisms break down the cell walls of the vegetables and release all the nutrients into the liquid. But they're doing more than just extraction. They're also multiplying like crazy. What you end up with is a liquid that contains not just nutrients, but millions of beneficial microbes that help your plants absorb those nutrients more efficiently. It's kind of like a probiotic for your garden. The fermentation process also creates organic acids that help break down nutrients in your soil, making them more available to plant roots. And because it's liquid, your plants can actually absorb it through both their roots and their leaves. This is why fermented plant juice really outperforms chemical fertilizers. It's not just feeding your plants, it's feeding the entire soil ecosystem. Alright, let me show you exactly how to make this liquid gold. You need 3 things. So, component 1 is kitchen scraps. I'm using a mix of vegetable peels, lettuce cores, banana peels, and some herb stems. You want a variety? Some nitrogen-rich greens like lettuce and spinach, some potassium-rich materials like banana peels, and some general vegetable scraps. It's important to avoid citrus peels, onions, and garlic because, honestly, they can inhibit fermentation. I've got about 2 pounds of mixed scraps here, and I'm chopping them into small pieces. The smaller the pieces, the faster the fermentation, and the more surface area there is for microbial action. Next up is component 2, brown sugar or molasses. This is your catalyst. The sugar feeds the beneficial bacteria and yeasts, really kickstarting the fermentation process. I'm using brown sugar because it's affordable and works perfectly. You need a 1-to-1 ratio by weight, so for 2 pounds of scraps, you'll need 2 pounds of brown sugar. Alright, component number 3 is your fermentation container. I'm using a half-gallon glass jar with a loose-fitting lid. Glass is just ideal because, you can actually see what's happening inside, and the loose lid lets gases escape while still keeping pests out. So, here's the process. You want to layer your chopped scraps in the jar and then add brown sugar. It's basically scraps, sugar, scraps, sugar. Just keep alternating like that until your jar is about 3/4 full. Oh, and don't pack it too tight. You really want to leave some airspace in there. Now here's the critical part. Press down firmly on each layer. You want the sugar to draw moisture out of the vegetables and create a liquid environment. The sugar also acts as a preservative, which helps prevent bad bacteria from taking over. Now let me show you what happens over the next 5 days, because this transformation is incredible. Day 1 and 2. You can already see liquid pooling at the bottom of the jar. The sugar is pulling moisture out of the vegetables, and you can see bubbles starting to form. That's carbon dioxide from the fermentation process. The mixture smells sweet, almost like fruit preserves. Day 3 and 4, the liquid level has risen significantly. The vegetables have shrunk as they've released their moisture, and the bubbling is much more active. If you listen closely, you can actually hear it fizzing. The smell is changing, still sweet, but now with a slightly tangy fermented note. This is good. It means the beneficial bacteria are working. Day 5. Perfect timing. The fermentation has slowed significantly, which means we've extracted maximum nutrients without going too far. The liquid is a beautiful dark amber color, and when I strain it with a cheesecloth into a clean jar, look at this. It's thick, almost syrupy, and it's teeming with life. From 2 pounds of kitchen scraps, I've extracted about 24 ounces of concentrated liquid fertilizer. That might not sound like much, but remember, this is concentrated. You'll dilute it before using it. Now, here's how to use this liquid gold, because honestly, application matters just as much as production. For a soil drench, just dilute 1 tablespoon of your fermented plant juice in 1 gallon of water. That's a 1 to 200 ratio. Go ahead and water your plants with this mixture every 2 weeks during the growing season. The nutrients go straight to the roots, and the beneficial microbes will colonize your soil. For foliar spray, use an even lighter dilution, 1 teaspoon per gallon of water. Spray this on leaves early in the morning or late in the evening. Plants can absorb nutrients directly through their leaves, and this method is especially effective for quick greening of yellowing plants. Storage. Your concentrated liquid gold will keep for up to 6 months in a sealed jar in a cool, dark place. Some people, store it for years. The high sugar content and low pH act as preservatives. Pro tip number 1. Start a new batch every week, and you'll have a continuous supply of liquid fertilizer throughout the growing season. I keep 3 jars going in rotation. Pro tip number 3. Experiment with different scrap combinations. Banana peels for flowering plants, leafy greens for vegetable gardens, herb stems for pest resistance. Each combination creates a slightly different nutrient profile. And here's the beautiful part. This cost me absolutely nothing. Those were just scraps I would have thrown away anyway. The brown sugar? That cost about $3 for enough to make 6 batches. So, that's 50 cents per batch for a fertilizer that really outperforms anything you can buy at the garden center. So here's my challenge to you. Before you throw away your next batch of vegetable scraps, save them. Just chop them up, layer them with brown sugar, and start your first batch of liquid gold. If this video convinced you to stop throwing away kitchen scraps, hit that like button. And, subscribe to this channel, because I'm testing fermented plant juice on 12 different crops this season, and I'll be sharing those results with you. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the first crop you're going to use liquid gold on? I read every single comment, and honestly, I love hearing about your gardening experiments. Now, if you want to see another way to turn waste into garden gold, check out this video where I turned coffee grounds into finished compost in just 3 days. I'll see you in the next one.